You're listening to Drama Talk Sport. Me, Andy Goldstein, Gabby Agbonlahor. Emmanuel Petit is with us as well. And Motorpoint. Check out hundreds of nearly new Audis, BMWs, and Kias online in store now. Still to come, we're having a chat about some of the French players in the Premier League. Just quickly, Cristiano Ronaldo has said he, and I quote, no longer cares about being the best player in the world. He's focused on helping his teammates. PFG have left Ousmane Dembele out of their squad to face Arsenal in the Champions League. It's live on TalkSport tonight, and we will have team news for you for that game. It's live on TalkSport, as I said. We will have team news for you in our show. Now, former Brighton and Chelsea gaffer Graham Potter joined Sky Sports Monday Night Football yesterday evening and spoke about his future as a manager after nearly 18 months away from the game. Potter's been out of work since being sacked by Chelsea. That was in April 2023 after a disappointing 31 games in charge. He has, of course, been linked with a number of jobs during his hiatus, including England and Manchester United. He told Sky Sports, I've had lots of conversations with lots of people, and for the respect of everybody, I think it's best to keep those private. I'd really like to spend the next 12 years developing players, developing teams, working with people, whatever that is. I'm open to anything. Emmanuel, let me start off by asking you your views on Graham Potter. How highly do you rate him as a manager? He did incredibly well at Brighton.
Right on, yeah.
For whatever happened at Chelsea, be it he was there at the wrong time, there was too many players, it was a basket case of a club or whatever, it didn't quite work out.
Yeah, I don't think it was the wrong time for him. I just think that was not the club for him. When I think about Graham Potter, I think about Unai Emery at Aston Villa. You know, he went to Paris Saint-Germain, he went to Arsenal, and it didn't work. I have the feeling sometimes that some managers don't have the personality and the character to manage top players with big egos in the dressing room.
That's what I was going to say, because I've said it before on different shows. Unai Emery at PSG, Neymar and Mbappe. Yeah. I bet they're hard to manage.
Of course.
Now at Aston Villa, no one's above him. No one's a big.
Did you hear what Luis Enrique said a couple of days ago
about Dembele? No,
not about Dembele. He said he won't be able to manage a team with Kylian Mbappe, Messi, and Neymar in the same team.
Yeah.
So this is a proof that sometimes big players are very important to win titles, but when you have so many big players like this with big egos, it's very difficult to manage. So you need to find the perfect person to do that. So Graham Potter, for me, that Chelsea was not the right club for him.
Okay. What is the right club for him?
I think clubs right behind this, that fighting for the 5th, 6th, 7th position, 6 like this.
Okay.
But you spot on, Emmanuel, because John McGinn tore his hamstring in his last game. I think it was the Everton game. Tore his hamstring, and after the injury, Unai Emery says, when he comes back from his injury, he has to up his level. His level hasn't been at the standards we want. If he said that when he was at PSG to Neymar, Mbappe, big problem.
Yeah.
That's the problem. But Aston Villa, he knows these players won't take it as insult. They will say, okay, I need to do better to keep my position. No players bigger than Unai Emery at Aston Villa.
So when you say his level is the club that's sort of knocking on the door of 6, maybe 7, right? I know where Gabby's going with this.
Yeah.
That's Manchester United at the moment, right? It pains me to say it, they're my team.
I see you scoring.
Yeah. It pains me to say it's my team.
Yeah.
But at the moment, I look at the league table, I've got to scroll down to, 13th. So it's not going to be a quick fix at United. Okay, it's going to take time. And he might necessarily not be the final piece of that jigsaw, but could he do the job to get United close to top 4 and then maybe someone else comes in? Is United too big of a club?
Okay. For the last 15 years, how many manager has been to Manchester United? 6?
Including like Wreck-It Ralph and Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, Jose, Louis van Gaal, the current one, David Moyes. 7?
7.
Yep.
So who was the best manager? I think it was Mourinho, because he won the European trophy.
Yeah.
But that was the last time. And Mourinho has a big ego as well, so he could manage, that kind of personality in the dressing room. I'm not sure that Graham Potter actually can manage the mess of the dressing room. I think he's not, for me, the right man for that, actually. I think there is so many troubles at Manchester United. If you look at the pitch, on the pitch, it's terrible to watch. But if you look at the work they've done so far for the last couple of years in Manchester United, especially on the transfer market, they've been wrong for ages. So maybe you're going to change the manager. if you put Guardiola or the best manager, even Arteta on the bench of Manchester United, I'm not sure they will do better.
Really?
Because I think there is so many average players over there.
Okay. Can you name them?
I think if they're listening us, I think they will understand exactly what I'm saying.
Okay. If they weren't, can you name them? That's surprising me. You say so many average players. Okay, I mean, let's be positive then. If you do, I get that. Who are the players that aren't average that are good enough?
I think the goalkeeper. I think at the moment is probably the only positive sign.
Wow.
Yeah, and he's been under criticism for months and months since he signed for Manchester United. I still believe Rashford is a great player, but for the last 2 years he's not there anymore because his mind is not there. And I'm pretty sure it's about what happened at Manchester United, but as well on private things as well. But there is a couple of players that for me, you could see the quality of the players, but they cannot show it for weeks now because it's the mess over there.
You'll be familiar with Ugarte.
Yes.
He made his 14 debut.
I'm not a big fan of Ugarte. I like him, but I'm not a huge fan because he's like he's kind of destroyer. Sometimes on the pitch, he's a fighter, he's a warrior. He can win balls, second balls. He can manage the balance of the team, but you can see that's what happened at Paris Saint-Germain. It's still in his head, he lost confidence the last 6 months with Paris Saint-Germain. Remember the last season when they play away at Newcastle, they've been trashed 4-1. And after that game, it disappeared on the first 11. So I think he lost confidence. And he arrives in an environment which is very negative. And so if you bring players, you need to bring players with a lot of confidence, to fight against this awful environment they have actually in the dressing room.
Can he do the role that Rodri can do? Because that's what he's been brought in for.
No, definitely no. You cannot put Rodri and Ugarte on the same line.
He can't do the same job.
No, definitely not.
That's what he's been brought in for.
Well, he compared him to Rodgers a little bit.
No,
harsh.
but that role, I'm saying that defensive midfielder role is going to get on the ball, get the ball back, get on the ball, make things happen, dictate play.
Yeah. Are you a fan of Kobbie Mainoo?
Yes, definitely.
Okay.
When I saw the game against Spurs, he was out, the game, and he was not very happy, No. So he was probably one of a good exception, within the dressing room, and all of a sudden, I think he's losing as well his happiness.
talkSPORT Drive with Andy Goldstein. Monday to Friday afternoon from 4 on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.